We're live with another episode of BS Busters. Thank you for joining us. It is I, Mr. Red Fox.
And as I, Kenoshi, about Manito.
All right, good to have you here. What you been playing?
Let's see. I've been playing. I started playing Astro Chains. That's a pretty good game. I think a
On
lot
the
of people are
Switch?
sleeping on that. Yeah. I guess part of me was hoping that it would come on PC, and then when I started the game up, I noticed that it was published by Nintendo, and I was like,
Yeah, it's
that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that's whatever.
yeah.
But still a good game. I think it's a game a lot of people slept on. I'm not too far into it, but pretty solid platinum game.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Platinum, like, even when Platinum is kind of mediocre, it's still pretty good.
yeah,
You know,
I can totally, I can totally see a Persona game.
a
Y-
spin-off being like that.
Yeah, yeah, like something like I could see Persona using a system like they do in Astro Chains, just because the uh the Legions do kind of remind me of Personas in a way.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Um, but, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. I've been
Yeah,
playing a game published by Humble Bundle called The Iron Oath. It's a strategy tactical game where you basically have this mercenary company that was portrayed and almost wiped out, and you play a surviving founder who has to rebuild and get revenge while also saving the world in this post-apocalyptic um, fantasy setting.
yeah.
So it's one of those games.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Um, when you start a new game, you can basically choose how you want that game to be. You can choose the all the stuff. You can choose
Yeah,
whether you want time to be a factor. Because when the game started, my characters were like in their 20s, and now some of my strongest characters are in their 40s. And I could have set it so that they would age out, but I basically got rid of that. I'm like, yeah, I don't want my units to get old and broke down. So
yeah.
they're still just as badass as they were when they started. More so, even. So, yeah, man. It's one of those games. My only thing is, I wished it had a bigger world with more shit to explore, but I don't know. I find myself liking um, low fantasy, sci-fi, low fantasy sci-fi worlds. That's my thing these days. So, you know. But anyway, enough about that. We are here to talk about Gamescom. Gamescom happened last week. Uh, it was a big deal. A lot of good shit was announced. Um, so aren't y'all happy about that? So here are some of the Gamescom announcements that came out during Gamescom. This is a long list of shit. Some of these aren't games, but they're all game related. So there's going to be a Deadpool VR game. You get to play Deadpool, basically, murdering the shit out of people because he is an assassin. People forget that. They're like, "Oh, he's a hero." No, he's an assassin. Um, in the game, you play Deadpool, and he's under contract with the alternate reality TV villain Mojo. It's going to be voiced by John Leguizamo. Deadpool is going to be voiced by Neil Patrick Harris. and he's tasked with recruiting Marvel's biggest villains to join Mojo's series. So, I would be interested in this game if it wasn't a VR title.
Yeah. That's the problem. People they're still kind of pushing VR.
Mm-hmm. It's like, why can't this just be a first-person shooter? No, it has to be virtual reality. I'm like, but it doesn't, though.
Yeah.
Next, Double Fine is making another game. One of my favorite unsung developers, Double Fine, called The Keeper. You play a sentient lighthouse, and who's basically, I guess the sea receded or something, and you got to find a new place to live.
Yeah.
You grow legs and walk away. It's one of those weird ass Double Fine games.
Yeah, Double Fine always makes interesting stuff. That's for sure.
I mean, they made those two games where you play little kids at Halloween whose
Costume
outfits,
Quest.
yeah, Costume Quest 1 and 2. They also made
Yeah.
Headlander, where you played a group of human beings who, due to some accident, your bodies were put in a cryogenic stasis, and your consciousness were uploaded into these head things. But then it's one of those. It's like a Metroidvania, but at the end of the game, you discover, hey, our bodies are missing. So what the hell's been going on this entire time? Left
Yeah.
on a cliffhanger. We'll never resolve that because Headlander wasn't a huge hit, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Onimusha is coming back.
Yep. I saw that.
And thank God it's not a fucking Souls-like.
Yeah.
So, from what I've read of the article, it's basically like it's a samurai action game, but unlike Sekiro and the Neo games, it's more of a it's like a more traditional action game, which I'm okay with. I didn't like the original Onimusha. People forget this was functionally like Onimusha 1 and 2. No, 1 was functionally like a Resident Evil samurai game with tank controls and
Yeah.
everything, and I couldn't get into it. Onimusha 2 is when it turned into more of an action game and got more interesting to me. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that Onimusha is now more of a, they're bringing it back.
Yeah.
And, in your Microsoft and Activision news, Call of Duty, Black Ops 7. Eh. I mean, I'm not really into Call of
Yeah.
Duty, but I know there are people who are. So for those of you who are into Call of Duty, it's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I don't know. It's another Call of Duty game. Hooray, I guess.
I mean, it's Black Ops. Black Ops has always been the stronger of the Activision Call of Duty series,
Yeah.
Black Ops can be consistently stronger than Modern Warfare, or when they fucking went to the future with Future Warfare and all that shit. So I'm hoping people will enjoy it because I know the Call of Duty fans really like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
even though Call of Duty don't do shit for me. But to each his own. From Software signed off on making a Sekiro game or Sekiro anime. of the 2019 game. So
Yeah, I saw that.
it looks interesting. I mean, I'm not really into Sekiro like that, but you know, I played Sekiro on PC and I cheated so that I wouldn't die. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't feel like. I know the first time you play the game, you're supposed to lose that fight against that con against that guy, so that you die and come back. But yeah. After that, I played. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna die. Shit. I fight that
yeah.
boss the first time. That's the last time I fight. It's like I'm not coming back later on. Next, um, what are your thoughts about this anime?
I thought it looked okay. Thought it looked okay. Wasn't anything. Wasn't anything. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I mean, it didn't look bad. It's just not something I was like, oh, I need to see this like today or something like that.
So, if you have a Crunchyroll subscription, you'll watch it once it's fully dropped, and you might binge it if you have nothing else to watch.
Yeah,
But you're not gonna be like, I'm gonna be waiting for every new episode. Nah, not really. No.
yeah.
um, they the new Fallout 2 seasons drops December 17th.
I
They
heard good things about that show.
Oh yeah, it's great. If you're a fan of Fallout, specifically Fallout New Vegas, like you can tell that the people making this show really understand that game.
Yeah, yeah, because it looked like it was like, is this based off of Vegas, New Vegas?
Well,
That's why when I saw the trailer.
yeah, if you watch the first season, at the end of it, they wind up taking the pilgrimage to New Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Like it opens with you seeing New Vegas. So a decrepit, falling apart New Vegas, which tells you it's post Fallout New Vegas. So
Yeah.
I think Mr. House lost. So yeah. Next, 2018's best sci-fi city builder is getting a remaster. Surviving Mars is getting relaunched. Apparently, Surviving Mars was a sci-fi city builder, and shit, I guess they're remastering it, which I guess is cool. I don't know. I'm not really into city builders unless it's Sim City.
Yeah.
Lords of Fallen 2 was revealed as well. For those of you who don't know, Lords of Fallen was a Souls-like game, so they're making a sequel to Lords of Fallen. Now, this isn't a sequel to the Deck 13 role-playing game. This is a sequel to the 2023 Lords of Fallen. So,
Yeah.
I'll have to see more. That's a quick turnaround for a game. Most games take, what, 5 years development?
Yeah. Yeah,
This
that
is
game was weird because I saw Lords of the Fallen when it first came out. It's like, why are they re-releasing Lords of the Fallen? But now it's a different game. And
yeah,
that's a
it's a
different
sequel. Yeah.
remaster.
Um, the game that looked great for me was Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. Um, Unlike other Traveler's Tales Lego games, it only has like 7 playable characters.
Yeah.
So it's got like Batman, Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon. So I don't know. I haven't seen the reveal trailer for it. I'll have to watch it later on. Giving the the heretofore unannounced, no one gives a shit about this new game being announced award, Bubsy.
Yeah.
So basically, it took them 7 games to make a good Bubsy game. Sorry, 5. Sorry, no, 7. And this is being published by Atari and made by Fabraz. Fabraz made Demon Turf and Slime Sand series of platformers. So they finally have a competent developer behind this. So, this could be the best Bubsy game ever, which is a very low bar.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it looks fairly competent. Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see until it actually comes out.
Yeah, yeah. Next, we have Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes. So, hear me out, folks. Here's the premise of the game. What would happen if the Cylons, a race of cybernetic sentient beings who have turned on their human creators, won in their attack against humanity? I thought that was the premise behind the original Battlestar Galactica. Like humanity's on the run away from fucking robots and shit. Apparently, it's published by Emu and developed by indie studio Alt Shift that made Crying Suns in collaboration with Universal Products and Experiences. This new tactical, story-driven game with roguelike elements leans into Battlestar Galactica's theme of escaping an overwhelming enemy. Because what other choice do you have? I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I was never into Battlestar Galactica. I was more into Star Trek. uh, Next, we have Ghost Runner. The Ghost Runner people, their next game is making Souls-like with Napoleon vibes. So it's set in a creepy alt history version of Napoleon's conquest, and the game is called Valor Mortis.
Oh, okay. Could be interesting.
I mean, those Ghost Runner games were pretty good from people that I've heard who's played them. They said Ghost Runner 1 and 2 were pretty good. I have the games in my one of my numerous gaming libraries. I've never played it, but I heard it was good, so I don't know. Here's something weird. World of Tanks, that shitty mobile and now PC MMO style game, PvP MMO style game, is bringing in new skins. But they're bringing in new skins from Overwatch and Advance Wars.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know how Advance Wars would really fit in World of Tanks, but whatever. So, the Disco Elysium studio in name only, because all the people who made that game left the studio after they got fucked over by their publisher,
Yeah.
is making a new computer RPG called Zero Parades.
Zero parades, huh?
Zero Parades. It looks kind of interesting. I've heard the premise behind it is that it's like set in a alternate reality where like it's semi open. It's open world where you can go wherever you want to, do whatever you want to do, and it's like a spy type thing going on. I don't know, man. I tried to get into Disco Elysium. I'm like, it's a RPG where there's no actual fighting. I'm like, I can't get into this.
Yeah.
I insist there be fighting in my RPGs, or at least the option to
Yeah.
fight. Like I like Fallout, and I like having a high charisma character who can talk his way out of anything. But I also like having the option to occasionally pull out a gun and blow someone's brains out. Vampire the Masquerade. I was excited for this game, but apparently the combat sucks.
Oh.
So yeah, this is not. Yeah, I'll stick with playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines on PC, heavily modded to make it run on modern consoles. Before I'll play this.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's another expansion coming to World of Warcraft. Sorry, Warcraft, called Midnight.
Yeah.
Um, Meh. I don't really as whatever. I never played World of Warcraft because when it came out, let's see, when did it come out? Shit, World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft.
Came out
I want to say 98.
no,
No,
25 years ago.
here, let me check. No, 2000, 2004. 2004.
Yeah.
2004, I was just getting out of high school, and I did not have money to spend on Warcraft. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then when I had money, I wasn't gonna spend it on that bullshit. So yeah,
I was thinking about picking it up because I have a few friends that play it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna actually spend enough money to actually spend time with it.
yeah. It's a.
That's
I
the
mean, they've made the grind a little bit better. Like you can pay as a new person to get up to like competitive level where you can do the quests and shit. But the real like Warcraft, the mainline story is kind of shit. So unless you're invested in the lore, the world lore, like the main character lore is kind of trash for most of the factions. So Black Myth Wukong was a certified hit last year. It racked up 20 million copies sold in its first month. And that studio is making a new game in its Black Myth series, Zhong Kui. Zhong Kui is apparently a character is a ghost catching god who wanders between heaven and hell. So, I mean, hopefully this will be a little bit more polished than Wukong. Because Wukong
yeah.
had a good idea, but it was like, this kind of.
Well, on the rough side.
Yeah, yeah. Although it's kind of cool how at the end of Wukong, it basically turns into an open world game because you finally get the ability to fly with the flying Nimbus. I know it's not called that, but it's basically the flying Nimbus.
Yeah.
Next, Owlcat Games is making another RPG where you get to play as an Inquisitor, set in the Warhammer 40K universe. So basically, you get to play fascist secret police going around trying to find people who uh, consort with the forces of chaos and heretics. Um, and you can accuse anybody and sentence them to death because you are the law. It's kind of fucked up. Elden Ring on Switch 2 only looks good when you're standing still, apparently. I knew it! I knew it!
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
that shit on PC or on a more powerful hardware.
Game is not well optimized.
Yeah.
And that game ran shit. That game didn't
It
run.
didn't run
When it
well
first came out on
on
PC,
anything.
it didn't run well on PC. It didn't run well on PC when it first came
Yeah,
out.
but I
So
think the
I'm
Switch is
not
I
surprised.
think the Switch is a combination. I think it running like shit on the Switch 2 is a combination of the Switch 2 not being as powerful as Nintendo initially said it was. Because I knew when they gave those numbers out, I'm like, this sounds like bullshit to me. And the more I hear from developers and how Nintendo's being stingy with the development kits, I'm like, y'all went cheap again, didn't you? y'all cheaped out.
Eh,
Yeah, Nintendo gonna be Nintendo.
I think it's a combination of Nintendo cheaping out and
Now
just a lot of poor
unoptimized.
unoptimized. So
Yeah,
it's a
it's
combination
probably a
of all.
combination of both, but I think a part of it is
It's a
just Nintendo
combination of
cheaping out.
bullshit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Nintendo's like, oh, we don't have to spend all that money. It's like, but you do though,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. I
even
mean,
games that
it's
ran okay on the original Switch are running like ass on the Switch too. So I'm just like, is that? I mean, is that optimization? Because the thing is like the Switch 2 is supposed to be more powerful than the original Switch, so you shouldn't have to optimize games that are functionally the same to run on. You could brute force a lot of that unless y'all cheaped out, which I'm under this. I feel like Nintendo cheaped out
yeah.
just a little bit. Um, a game I'm looking forward to is The Expanse of Cyrus Reborn, also being made by Owlcat Games. This game, from what I've heard from people, is very Mass Effect like. All right. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, it's set in the solar system where humanity has colonized all of the solar system. It's divided into three distinct factions: Earth, the Mars slash asteroid belters, and then people outside of there in the furthest parts of it. And basically, everyone's fighting for resources, and shit is bad. And because there's no FTL, uh, like humanity is stuck in the solar system, so they got to work with what they got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those games. So yeah, it looks good. So we already talked about Lego Batman. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen the trailer, but I'm looking forward to it. High on Life 2. They already announced this
Yep.
at Xbox's thing, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that one looks fun. How's the first game?
Uh okay, imagine Metroid Prime, but the game acknowledges that your main character is a bounty hunter.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like I remember retro, like one of the retro developers said Nintendo didn't understand what a bounty hunter was. They're like, a bounty
Yeah.
hunter is just an adventure. It's like, no, a bounty hunter hunts shit for money. It's like, don't you understand this shit? So yeah, High on Life, you play a like human beings, like these aliens come to Earth and they realize that the aliens realize that humans can have some type of element that's a narcotic. So they begin harvesting humans in order to turn us into a drug. Hence the title, High on Life. However, in turning us into a drug, we die. Do you
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, a few humans get away. Your character, you and your sister, and this alien who's like, yeah, I used to be a bounty hunter, but I got my ass kicked. So he's living on your couch, and so basically, you wind up doing quests in order to save the few humans that manage to get away and send them to basically a wildlife refuge. While you basically go on these bounties, getting money in order to upgrade your suit and take on ever tougher bounties in order to get more money to save more humans, and shit like that. It's actually a really but it's like, think Metroid Prime, where you're going to different planets and you get new abilities that let you traverse. Like, it opens up new areas and past areas that you can go through. So yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Metroid.
I really like. I really like what I saw for the second one. It sounded like a lot more action. It's like it's that one. That one felt more like a first person Sunset Overdrive,
Oh,
except
with the
traversal is a
grinding
lot
and
better.
all that type of stuff.
The
Yeah, I mean,
grinding skateboard combo, yeah, that game looks really. I'll probably pick that game up when it comes out.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, hopefully, if it's the same character, you actually do get kind of, you do get to kind of upgrade yourself. Capcom is also releasing Pragmata. It's a sci-fi shooter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm glad Capcom's starting to do some new shit, not the same shit over and over again. Um, then they have Planet of Lana, Children of the Leaf, Planet of Lana 2. I never played the first game. I've never heard of it, but it's you know, I mean, I might play that one day. John Carpenter, yes, the John Carpenter who made John Carpenter's The Thing and Prince of Darkness, In the Mouth of Madness, Ghosts of Mars, which is terrible, Vampires, which is also not very good, um, Halloween, They Live, Escape from New York. Oh yes, and the inimicable uh, Bad Times in Little China.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bad Times in Little China. Oh, sorry, Big Trouble in Little China, which is
yeah.
basically like this gave us Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Uh,
Mhm.
Big Trouble in Little China is a brilliant film because basically it's an entire movie set from the viewpoint of the sidekick. Like imagine a heroic rescue, but it's from the point of view of the sidekick. But he doesn't realize he's the sidekick, which is hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
yeah, that's what makes Big Trouble in Little China. Like, because you think that Kurt Russell's character is the main character. He isn't. Kurt Russell's character is the sidekick. But he
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
realize he's the sidekick. Like he thinks he's the main character. He goes around with that main character energy. And he's constantly fucking shit up. It's like, oh, this is great. It's like it actually makes it more interesting when you realize that's the premise. But yeah, so John Carpenter decided to make a video game, and apparently it's a co-op shooter with three other people, so four person. You get in a car and you go around killing like monster infested creatures and shit. Sorry, you killing creatures on a monster infected map. Um, so yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the general premise is it's set in the near future where an experiment meant to harness the power of the Earth's core unleashed an eldritch entity known as the Sludge God. You play a group of mercenaries who have to save the planet from oozing undead monsters with a wide variety of weaponry. So, typical John Carpenter shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Next we have a Gothic remake. Now I know a lot of people like Gothic. I tried to play that shit back in the day, and I'm like, oh god, this is so bad. It's one of those games where it has a fucking oxymoronic control scheme just for the sake of being different. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, they're making a Gothic remake with a slightly better control scheme. Um, it has distinct factions, zero to hero character progression, and night so dark you'll have to trip. You'll trip over every rock or skull-headed bird you come across. It's considered Gothic is considered a cult classic. They're remaking it. I played the beta for this remake, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I was like, y'all need to work on this combat. God damn. Um, Then there was Reanimal, which was made by Tarsier Studios, the creators of the first two Little Nightmare games. So
Yeah.
if you like those games, here's more of that same similar shit, and that's everything. So thoughts?
Those games are okay. Not. High on Life 2 is probably the biggest game I'm looking forward to. To
The what?
be honest with you, High on Life 2.
Yeah,
Um,
High on Life
doesn't
2,
look.
and I'm also looking forward to High on Life 2, Outer Worlds 2, Lego Batman, and that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll be cautiously optimistic with the other shit, but you know, I'm not like holding my breath for the other shit. Here's what else I'm gonna say. I I mean, here's the thing. When I hear about these announcements and the demos and shit like that, I remember that E3 kind of went the way of the dodo, and I'm like,
Yeah,
Gamescom reminds us that there needs to be some type of real live action convention for gaming.
yeah,
There needs to be, because actual demos of the actual games and not these curated events are important too. I'm not saying you need to get rid of curated events, but you also need to have like live shit too. Um,
yeah.
anyway, that's my opinion. Next topic. Anything else you want to add before we move on to the next topic, sir?
Um, I hope there's. I hope. When somebody comes along and makes a better show than Jeff Keighley.
Yeah,
This show
yeah.
sucks.
Jeff Keighley pretty much sours my love of a lot of stuff because I'm just like, you are such a shill. You know, you are such a
Yeah,
damn shill that I just like he does like and look, listen, I know you got to sell your product, you got to sell yourself, but he takes it to the extreme. You know. Anyway, next, how to save Starfield. How we would save Starfield. So Starfield, Bethesda's like, well, we're gonna release an expansion next year. It's gonna come to PlayStation 5. Um, I don't think that's gonna fix Starfield. So, because I've put a lot of time into Starfield, and I've been playing a heavily modded version of Starfield that turns it into a Star Wars game, which makes it way more enjoyable. So, the way I would fix Starfield is I would get in a time machine and go back in time, and I would I would add, like, if you're gonna have a game where you have spaceships and faster than light travel and planets and different solar systems, I would have I would add the things that make those types of things interesting. Space travel is interesting because of the possibility that we might find alien life, and I don't mean just like alien microbes or non-sentient creatures that evolved on another planet. I mean legit other civilizations and shit like that. Therefore, I would instead of having this NASA punk, somewhat grounded future look at what our future could bring, what Starfield became, I would have added alien races and species and civilizations to Starfield.
yeah,
Because that makes it more interesting to me. Um, playing Starfield with Star Wars, with like converting it to a Star Wars game, makes it infinitely more interesting than anything Bethesda came up with. Failing
mm,
creating a time machine and going back in time and changing how they developed this fucking game, I would just say just fucking add alien species. It doesn't have to be. I don't need 10 different races like you have in Skyrim, but you could add like 4 or 5 alien factions. That's it. Just add alien
Mm.
factions with alien ships, with alien companions that you can add to your crews, and experts you can get to your settlements and shit. That would be interesting to me. Um,
Yeah.
but that's my own personal opinion. Do you have anything to add? How you would save
Um,
Starfield? How it could be changed or made better?
Turn it into No Man's Sky with a story people give a shit about. Maybe add some crafting. Maybe add some, being able to really build your own ship. Maybe add some Destiny to it. Put some space magic in there too. Make it more exciting.
I mean, it kind of
Give
has
it some vehicles.
space magic in it though already.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Once you start doing the temples and shit, it basically becomes like a. It functionally becomes like you get space magic abilities. Like you can freeze enemies. You can get them to drop more shit. Like literally the terramorphs are like the dragons from Skyrim. Like they'll pop up and like attack some shit.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just one of those things where it's like I said, the idea behind Starfield is cool. The ambition that they had, but man, did they fuck up with the execution. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do NASA punk, so we're gonna keep it grounded, but an extrapolation of where we think technology will be in the next 200 years. It's like, don't do that. The reason human beings you know, are enchanted with the idea of space travel is that to discover that we're not alone in the galaxy, in our
Yeah.
universe. We want to know if there's other life out there, specifically sentient life that we can communicate with. So why Star Trek is so interesting. Star Wars is so interesting. Who the fuck wants to watch a sci-fi? Who the fuck wants to watch science fiction where it's just, oh, there's no aliens, just humans? It's like, what the fuck? Uh,
Yeah.
that's boring as shit. We got that now. We don't need more of this.
Yeah. That that is pretty lame. See, make sure the game's optimized so it isn't crashing every 15 minutes. uh, uh,
Anyway, that's my own personal opinion. Any other thoughts before we move on to unpopular opinions and free topic?
no.
All right. Next, unpopular opinion. Do you have an unpopular gaming or pop culture opinion that you would like to share? You're like you've bitten your tongue for too long. You're like, I gotta.
I kind of don't know why people hate. I'm kind of. I don't understand why the hell IGN gave Mario Brothership a 5. That's crazy. That game's at least a 7 or 8.
Eh.
They oh, some of the stuff they were saying didn't make a lot of sense to me.
I mean, how can I put
Then
this?
again, I went into it with pretty, not like ultra
Lowered
high expectations.
expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, I played Brothership and I was just like, it's fine. It's not like I would say the best Mario and Luigi game I've played was Luigi's.
Mario and Luigi Inside Story?
No, that was Bowser's Inside Story. The fourth one,
Mario Oh,
because there was the
yeah.
original Superstar Saga, then there was Partners in
The
Time, Dream Team.
Dream
Yeah,
Team?
I like Dream
Dream.
Team.
Yeah.
Dream
Yeah.
Team was a better game to me. Just like Dream Team, just seemed like a better game to me. Also, Bowser wasn't once again Bowser wasn't the main villain of that game
Yeah.
because I am so fucking tired. I'm like, why do you guys keep on using the same fucking villain over and over again? Look, listen. Use your fucking imaginations and come up with new villains, please.
Yeah, that's why I really like Super Paper Mario. And even or yeah, that's why I
Thousand
like
Year Door,
Super
Super Paper
Thousand Year
Mario. Both of them
Door.
have
Yeah,
different villains. Like Color
yeah.
Splash, Sticker Star, um, Color Splash, Sticker Star. Both of them had Bowser as the main villain. I'm like, could we like use some fucking imagination and fucking do some different shit?
Yeah.
Shit. The same shit over and over again. Like, do something different, goddammit. Anyway, that's my opinion. Um, anything else before I give my unpopular opinion?
Uh, no.
All right, here's my unpopular opinion, and I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. We need to have a E3 like convention not hosted by Jeff Keighley because fuck Jeff Keighley. Um, fuck Jeff Keighley. To hell with Jeff Keighley. The reason I'm saying this is because, frankly speaking, in my humble opinion, um, there needs to be some place where the media and gamers can go and see new games and be hyped up about it. Or not be hyped up, but where, someone had to make a demo, someone had to put that demo up, and people can fuck up or do astonishingly well. Because just showing these curated like directs and presentations is nice, but sometimes when shit is too polished, it's too polished. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like imagine you went on a date and everything is too goddamn perfect.
Oh yeah. You'd have a lot of questions.
You'd be like,
This is going too well.
This is it's like look listen this is too perfect. Yeah, like everything is too goddamn perfect.
Yeah.
If you get 85, 90%, okay, cool. But if it's 100%, I'm like, there's something wrong here. This
Yeah.
person's trying too hard to be too presentable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's some evil afoot, as they say.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my own personal opinion. I could be wrong, but that was my unpopular opinion. Finally, before we end everything, I guess we're doing it in reverse order. Normally we do free topic, then unpopular opinion. We're going to close it out on free topic. And so, do you have something you'd like to bring up? A gaming or video or pop culture topic? You're like, you know what? No one's talking about this. Why is no one talking about this? This needs to be talked about.
I'm still baffled by everybody still bitching about the key cards. Still baffled by that. Non-stop do I see in my YouTube in the YouTube sections something about Nintendo key cards. And like you guys are mad about it just I don't get it. I don't
Well,
see why people are mad about it compared to Microsoft and Sony.
yeah, well, the alternative is this, okay? Nintendo basically is using a hyper specialized micro SD card, like flash memory to hold their game data. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And initially, people forget. Initially, when the Switch's game cards came out, they were like the biggest you could get was 16 gigs. Then it went up to 32. Then it went up to 64. And there were games that still couldn't fit on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, and games are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They aren't getting smaller; they're getting bigger. games that used to be only like, like a gig are now like 2, 3, 4, 5 gigs. So I mean, what did you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and games are still too big to even fit on the Blu-ray disc. What's the most a Blu-ray disc can hold? Uh,
50,
at least
50 gigs. I
50,
guess they
60
now
gigs.
have double density ones that can do 100 per
Yeah,
set.
but how many of these companies are going to pay for those to get their games to fit
I
on
mean, they're
fit on
cheap.
those?
Like Blu-ray discs are cheap, but the thing is, like, okay, if you have a small form factor handheld like the Switch, where they're using flash memory is more expensive than a disc.
Yeah, that is a good
So
point.
I mean, and Nintendo's cheap. they're cheap. All these companies are trying to cut corners where they can in order to make money. All right. I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
right. I'm just saying that's what they're doing.
yeah.
So, I mean, if that's what they're
I'm
doing,
not.
I mean, here are your options, okay? Either the games are going to go up in price. You will be spending $80 per game because the games are using 256 gig cartridges,
Yeah,
you know. Cuz not only do they have to put the data on the cartridge, they have to put all that other circuitry, the lockout chip so that people can't rip it and all this other shit. The region locking,
yeah,
all this other shit. So, I mean, look, listen. Is it right? No. Like the court in Japan said, well, a key card is not protected for the blah 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 blah. I'm like, look, listen. If I buy like, cause people, the company's gonna argue, well, when you buy a cartridge or a disc, you're not buying the game. You're just buying a license to use to play the game. Bullshit.
yeah,
Cause
yeah,
But on the other end of the spectrum, do I want to pay $80, $90 per game? Are we going to go back to the way it was during the fourth gen when games were like 70, 80, $100 plus? See, gamers just don't know. These young
yeah,
folks don't know. They don't know how it used to be back in the day.
yeah. And, I say this. I mean, like you said, I'm not telling people to like it. I'm just saying it's like, why aren't you holding everybody's feet to the fire? Why aren't you demanding this sort of treatment on the PlayStation and the Xbox as well? It's like, are you demanding them? It's like, hey, put the full game on the goddamn disc.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, look, man, let me put it this way. This is an issue across all things. It's been an issue on PC for years because I remember getting games on PC. I remember it like way back like in the mid to early 2000s where I would get a game and I would it would be like a key card where you would download part of the game off the disc and then the rest of it would download off the fucking server. And it's like, what? Like, why the fuck even give me a disc? And then they stopped giving you a disc. You would get a big. I remember back in the day, if you got a big box version of a game, PC, it would have all these little bennies and shit. Now, like, then after a while, you got the bennies, but you didn't get the other shit with the bennies.
Yeah, yeah,
So, like now you just get a key code that hooks up to a digital marketplace, and that's it. That's all you got.
yeah,
So, that's the world we live in now, and I agree they should hold them all to that standard, but they won't.
yeah,
Although, I mean, look, to be fair, there's a lot of old heads who have felt the same way. Now the
Yeah.
Nintendo fanboys, Nintendo could shit in their mouths and they'd be happy with it. Oh, Nintendo's our friend. Um,
Yeah.
you know, they could these dudes could come home and Nintendo rep could be screwing their wives. Like, and guess what? I've got the clap, and they'd be like, "Thank you, Nintendo, thank you." So
Unfortunately.
yeah, they don't care. But by and large, most people, old heads, old gamers aren't cool with this. They know that this is some bullshit. But there's nothing you
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do except just deal with it. Unfortunately, so just gotta roll with it, walk with it, deal with it. Is it
Yeah.
cool? No, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I wish things were different. I wish that they gave us the option of having it the way we wanted it, but they're not going to do it because I mean, Nintendo, like all these companies want to control how you have their stuff. They want to basically, the reason why they're against preservation is because they want to fucking resell you this shit at higher prices, you know, or watered down,
Yeah.
you know. Why should we keep the old shit up there when we can cut off your access to it and then charge you an arm and a leg for the new shit?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, shit. What who did that? Fuck, I forgot their name. Um, the GTA people, Rockstar, fucking they literally took down the old versions of GTA so that they could put up an inferior version and charge you $60 for the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So anyway, that's my point. I'm just kind of like, that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. Uh, anyway, anything else you would like to bring up before we wrap things up, sir?
Nope.
All right, that's the end of the cast. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, play your games. Anything you want to pimp out before we wrap things up, sir?
Yeah, check out my Spotify, Synaptic Garden. Not just Spotify, but all music streaming sites, or at least the big one, the ones that people stream on the most. Music is putting my music up there now, so check that out when you get a chance.
Yeah, this is Mr. Red Fox, owner, proprietor of BS Busters. My other PC is currently in the shop. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to get that shit together and start, being able to record better shit to put on my channel. I'll have my 14 terabytes of storage in that sumbitch. And so my Steam library will be good for the next few years. That being said, peace, good night. Play your games. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.